implants and have breasts. Get extensions in his hair, have long hair, you know, get plastic surgery done on his face, and the woman can do the same and appear as a man. You know, the food is corrupted. You know, you don't know what you're eating. You don't know if you're eating chicken or whether you're eating beef. They're putting pork in everything, you know. This place is a place of confusion, but it says that Babylon shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And what happened when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah? He rained fire and brimstone down on it to the point where that place still smoked until this day. Well, that's how America's gonna be, man. The Most High is gonna completely destroy America to the point where it's uninhabited by a human being. That the only thing that can dwell in this place will be desert creatures. And that's coming soon. But you people aren't watching. You're not watching for the signs to come to pass. You're not watching for things to be fulfilled. The ones that's watching, though, is the holy prophets and the man of the Lord. You know, because their eyes have been opened. They're in the know. But a lot of you people aren't in the know, and your eyes are shut and your ears are shut because the Most High don't want you to be saved. You played the wicked, right? And now you're about to get cut from the series, the TV series. You know, you're no longer needed. You know, you played your part. Your part was to be an example to these men of the Lord that the Lord have chose so that they won't follow your example. And that's one of the reasons why America was set up. But now this place is about to be turned into a lava pit, man. The Most High is about to completely destroy and wipe this place off the face of the earth, and with all of the wicked people inside of it. You got a lot of people thinking that they're going to be saved from the destruction that's coming upon this place, and they won't even be saved. That's the reason why it says in the scriptures, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You misuse the prophets, you mock them, you despise them, you basically made sport of them when they came out to teach you and to warn you that these things were coming, and you didn't take heed to it. So when these things actually happen, you're gonna be ashamed, man. You're gonna be confounded.
This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment of one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
Right, so that's one thing that's yet to be fulfilled, is going to be fulfilled. Loss of children, widowhood. You know, because the Most High is not going to discriminate when he decides to start killing. Go ahead.
I got a precept too.
Want me to keep on?
Yeah.
Verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth.
In Salakia, it says that thy wisdom hath perverted thee. You know, when you go over to what is that, Ezekiel the 28th chapter, it says that, and thou art wiser than Daniel. You know, because the so-called white man is wise. He search out all things. But because of the abundant wisdom that he have, he thinks himself to be a god. And that's the way that he ruling over the earth, as if he's a god. You know, but his wisdom had perverted him. What does the word perverted mean? You know?
And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and stargazers, the monthly Prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things.
Because America dibbles and dabbles in sorcery. They dibble and dabble in witchcraft. You know, that's how this place is thriving, because they're using the spirits on the left hand side to get wealth and riches. You know, and they go to those spirits, and those spirits tell them what they need to do in order to increase their riches, or what to do in order to prosper. But what they don't know is those spirits on the left-hand side, they still work for the Most High Heavenly Father. So they're being deceived. You know, they're leading them right into their damnation and their destruction. And in that day, you know, basically they're going to do the same way that those two sorcerers in Egypt, you know, tried to come up against Moses and the Most High, but they were confounded. You know, because you ain't going to be able to put off these plagues that the Most High is about to send upon America. You won't be able to put off the plagues of the ICBM missiles that these other nations are going to shoot over here. You're not going to be able to put off the famine. You know, you're not going to be able to put off the race riots and the martial law that's about to come to this place. You can't go to the monthly prognosticators, the astrologers, you know, the sorcerers, you know, those witches. Because in that day, the Most High is he's gonna cut off that avenue. There's no more dealing with the spiritual wickedness on the left-hand side. Now it's time for your demise. It's time for your destruction. It's time for you to be taken down. The Most High is done with America. America fulfilled its part. It played its role. It was set up for an appointed time, but now it's time to take this place out.
Save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus,
and that fire and that flame, we just spoke about it. It's the ICBM missiles that are going to be shot over here to America. And it's going to completely ignite this place, man. When you read Revelations, the 9th chapter, which we read, I believe the 12th verse, but when you read on down, it begins to talk about how many ICBM missiles are going to actually be shot over here. And it's 200 million missiles. You got one nuclear warhead that carries, you got one nuclear missile that carries multiple warheads. So when they shoot those things over here, there's no way that you can redirect them and send them back. Like, no, we don't want you here. You can't come. Those things don't need a passport to enter into America. You know? When they come here, they're going to set fire to this place. This place is going to be completely ablaze. And when you read the scriptures actually say, can you grab Isaiah 9:5 and then just bounce back after you read that? Because the scriptures say, this final war that's going to be fought, which is World War III, it's not going to be fought how the other world wars were fought. It's not going to be fought like World War I. It's not going to be fought like World War II. This one is going to be fought with flames of fire. What causes flames of fire? It's those missiles. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
So every battle that was fought prior to this battle, it was fought with men coming up against each other. I see you in battle, and I'll take you out. Or if by chance you took me out. You know? That's how battles were fought in the ancient time. It was fought with swords and shields and spears and darts. The modern day battle in World War I, it was fought with guns. You know, troops were invade another country and they'll shoot bullets at each other. But this one isn't going to be fought like that. When you meet up over in the valley of Yehoshaphat, you know, you're going to engage each other, but then it's going to turn into an all-out nuclear battle, man. Which these countries that have them ICBM capabilities, they're going to actually use them. Because they wasn't created for no reason. They wasn't created to just sit up and stockpile and collect dust. The Most High is going to have it to where those nations, their spirit is going to turn, and they're gonna click those buttons. You can go back.
Isaiah 47, verse 15. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, or wander every one to his quarter.
And there go that word merchant again. Well, when you go to back to the book of Revelations, the 18th chapter, it talks about how the merchants are going to stand afar off, weeping and wailing. Why are they going to be weeping and wailing? Because the place that they went to, where they can actually sell their products and gather riches and become and wax rich, is burned down to the ground, man. It's burned down to the ground with fire. You know, which all of those nations that make money off America, really they're making money off the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Because we make up the poor inside of America, and what does the records show? The records show that the poor are the biggest consumers. We're the ones that's buying the most. And that's common sense, because if you're constantly spending your money, that will make you what? It will make you broke. But if you're saving your money, that makes you rich. We don't even have money to put inside of a savings account. As soon as we get our paychecks, they're gone. As soon as you get your paycheck, half of it's already gone because they took out taxes, FICA, you know, Social Security, etc., etc., etc. You know, then the other money that you get, you gotta spend it on bills. You might have kids, you gotta buy food for your house. So the average Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, they don't even have 2 nickels to rub together because they're constantly consuming. And that's the way that the so-called white man likes it in this place. Because really, they're the ones that's waxing rich. And not just here in America, throughout the whole world. Wherever there's a so-called white race, they're considered the upper class. You don't, but now, it's coming to the point that even they're beginning to hurt. Even their economic status is beginning to decrease because they're starting to feel those curses. Because the Most High is beginning to plague their economy. Like you got countries around the world that's backing away from using the American dollar. They don't want to trade with the American dollar. They don't want to use it. They don't even want to have it in their reserve currency. They're selling off America's debt. And why are they doing that? Because, like the scriptures say in Revelation 13, you shall be like a chaste roe that no man taketh up. Everybody know that America is on the decline and that America is about to be destroyed. And what America is trying to do is, since America is the military might of NATO, NATO wants to find a way to sustain itself, to have some form of sustainability, you know? So what they want to do is they want to draw all of these nations into a third world war. And how does that old saying go? All wars are bankers' wars. So they're thinking that they're going to capitalize off this, but the Most High has a trick for your ass. You know? Is there more?
None shall save thee.
That's it? Okay.
Okay. This is Joel, chapter 2, starting from verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
And this is a day that we're looking for, you know, because we're not looking. There's nothing we can look forward to in this place, you know, because this is not the place where we can come and prosper. You know, you can only go so far and exceed and excel so far in a land that's not yours before they come and say, you know what, you getting too much money in our country. Because that's how they feel. Even though this land originally belonged to the Native Americans and your so-called Mexicans, they feel like, you know what, this is our land. So you know what, you gotta pay us taxes to be here. Oh, you got reservations? Oh, we gonna run a pipeline through there. So I don't give a shit. Go deal with it. Sue me. Take us to court. Yeah, you know, that's the arrogancy of them, because, you know, we don't have nothing to look forward to. That's why we're waiting and we want this place to end. You have on it?
Yeah, I was about to get the subject into payments since you were talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Well, that great people in Joel is talking about the ICBM missiles.
That's Baruch 2.
That was Revelation 2?
Baruch 2, subject to payments.
You said Baruch 2?
Yeah, Baruch.
That's Baruch.
Is it 3:28?
Yeah, somewhere.
It's 3:28.
Is it Baruch?
Yeah, since the brother was talking about it, like he was saying, because as soon as you get your check, it's gone. You know, and that's our the way the system is set up. That's our livelihood. You gotta wait 2 weeks, and then as soon as you get it, you spend it all out, and then that leaves you with about 100. If you're lucky, that leaves you with 100. You know, in most cases, about $50 to last for the next 2 weeks. You gotta make that stretch, and that's how they expect you to live up until you turn 60. And then you get your Social Security check, which is about what 20,000. That's if you lucky. If you was working since you was 18.
Because they keep raising it because people been living longer. You know, so they want to raise the retirement age.